This is the mythical Shangri-La, the utopia that inspired James Hilton's legendary Lost Horizon. Concordia, the confluence of rivers of ice. Mighty glaciers such as the Baltoro Glacier and the Godwin Austen. The Baltoro Glacier holds in its icy embrace 10 out of 30 of the world's highest peaks. The largest amphitheater in the world, home to the loftiest mountains, challenging mountaineers to conquer them. Mitre Peak, Chogolisa, Golden Throne, the Gasherbruns, Broad Peak, and the largest pyramid in the world, K2. The awesome Trango Towers stand in breathtaking contrast to the Masherbrum across the Baltoro Glacier. Three of the greatest mountain ranges in the world meet here: the Karakoram, the Hindu Kush, and the Himalayas. You are at a unique place in the world. Nanga Parbat, naked mountain massif, rises uncompromisingly with multiple peaks, challenging those who dare climb it. K2, a rendezvous for trekkers from all over the world. From the Arabian Sea in the south to the mountain ranges of the Karakoram, Hindu Kush and Himalayas in the north, Pakistan stretches 1,800 kilometers. The southern coastline is 1,000 kilometers. Pakistan covers an area 1/12 of the United States of America. Rising in the youngest and highest mountain ranges in the world, the Indus River and its 5 tributaries are Pakistan's lifeline. Islamabad, Pakistan's new capital, nestles against the backdrop of the Margala Hills, with one of the biggest mosques in the world, the Shah Faisal Mosque. The President's House, the Parliament and the Secretariat are clean, white and imposing examples of modern architecture. Planned in a sophisticated manner, it is a modern city with villa-type houses and elegant public buildings. An hour's drive away from Islamabad is the hill resort of Murree, cool in summer and crisply cold in winter. The colourful chairlifts of the national park are a perennial attraction for children and tourists who never miss a ride on them. Uh-oh, you missed that one. There's another one on the way. You are lifted to a panoramic view of the valley. The bazaars are neat arrays of shops selling everything from local crafts to spicy mutton on the griddle. The colonial Cecil's Hotel offers old-world charm with modern amenities. There's even a golf course nearby. Crossing the Malakand Pass, we enter the lush valley of Swat with its scented rice fields. A reminder that we are in the legendary enchanted land of Udayana, an important center for all Buddhists. The huge and picturesquely crumbling Shinga-da stupa greets us on the right of the main road, a reminder of the Buddhist past. Following the turquoise waters of the Swat River upstream through summer resorts at the confluence of two rivers, we are at Kalam. At the modern PTDC motel at Kalam, you are close to nature in modern comfort, while pondering on the beautiful snow-capped peak of Mount Flakser, dipped in gold by the light of the setting sun. Parallel to Swat is the emerald green Kahan Valley. High above the tree line lie the limpid waters of Lake Sefel Maluk, with the pointed peak of Malika Parbat mirrored in its deep blue waters. From Gilgit, a branch off the Karakoram Highway takes us through the gorges of the Indus to Skardu, the center of Little Tibet, Baltistan. From 7,500 feet, that's 2,300 meters above sea level, enclosed in rocky mountains, purple, red, grey and ochre, the Skardu Valley is carpeted in fine pale sand, through which the Indus snakes lazily between wind-ribbed dunes, past a single enormous rock standing high and isolated in the riverbed. The gigantic rock towering over Skardu is crowned by the ancient fortress of Karpochi, built in the 16th century. It is a maze of steep wooden stairs, dark passages, and low doors. South of Skardu is the magical Satpara Lake, well stocked with rainbow and brown trout. A small islet in the middle of the lake is reachable by rowboat. Like a dream come true, the luxurious Shangri-La tourist resort on the banks of Kachura Lake is idyllic and is also known as the Honeymoon Lake. The mighty Indus flows parallel to the Karakoram Highway, one of the wonders of the modern world. Crossing the swaying suspension bridges tests the traveller's nerves, but they're much safer than they look. The great Buddha at the Karga stream near the village of Nurpur overlooks an ancient Buddhist monastery, where ancient manuscripts were found written on birch bark. The north is the home of polo, where it is never complete without accompanying music. The music rises and falls with the fortunes of the ball, exploding in a shrill crescendo when a goal is scored. The unbelievably daredevil horsemanship of the players is almost matched by the bravery of the spectators, who line the ground atop a low wall from which the ball, hit around at amazing speeds, rebounds into play. The music increases in pitch as the contest continues. The horses have got to be admired for staying the pace. This could be explained by their diet, which consists of walnuts and mulberries. Polo is still very much a passionate sport for these people. It is played in Gilgit, Hunza, Chitra, and every year the Shandur tournament is held in the Shandur Pass at 12,000 feet up in the Karakorums. A traditional sword dance concludes the polo match as the sun sets. The mighty Rakaposhi towers over the valley through which the Hunza River flows. The people of Hunza, a hardy and inventive people, are renowned for their longevity, which is said to stem from their simple diet of apricots and buckwheat. Visitors from all over the world take the invigorating walk up to the village of Karimabad in Hunza. Nearby, watermills grind the flour. And the weavers' pit and loom still turn out rough, warm woolen clothing. Rock carvings of the ibex and the wild goat on the sacred rock of Hunza at Heildekish depict the ancient lore of the people. 1,000 feet above the Hunza River is the ancient Altit Fort. Hunza is the only place in the world where you can see some of the highest mountains without leaving the highway, which is intersected here by the Batura Glacier. Pakistan International Airlines offer you an air safari with the most spectacular sights found in the world. A world that exists in its primordial glory. This is the closest you can get to these peaks from the air. A daily PIA flight takes you to the mountain oasis of Chitral. The distinctive woolen chitrali caps with rolled brims are said to have been brought to Pakistan by Alexander the Great and are identical to the Macedonian corsia. As you travel, take time to marvel at the granite silhouettes in naturally sculpted rock. The Kalash, a pagan tribe. The women wear magnificent red and white bead necklaces and superb headdresses which flow down their backs, covered with cowrie shells and buttons. Living in pastoral innocence, for them time has stood still for thousands of years. Hey! The Kalash love dancing. A fertility ritual celebrates the rhythms of nature. When springtime flushes the desert grass, our kafilas wind through the Khyber Pass. Lean are the camels, but fat the frails. Light are the purses, but heavy the bales. When the snowbound trade of the north comes down to the market square of Peshawar town. Kipling's evocative poem brings in the romance of the Khyber Pass, through which invaders have entered the plains for millennia. The pass is the gateway to the South Asian subcontinent. The regimental insignia of units that have served in the Khyber are carved and painted on the rock faces at several places beside the road. Those of the Gordon Highlanders, the South Wales Borderers, Royal Sussex, Cheshire and Dorset regiments are grouped together. What was utopia to the world is now within reach. Welcome to Pakistan, Asia's best-kept secret.